staying with us here on STL Live. We're back with Danielle Leible from Vin de Set Rooftop Bar and Bistro. We're talking about the Bastille Week Celebration. Very cool that you guys came up with this. French theme, carry it through for the whole week. So outside of this celebration for the week, talk about the restaurant. Tell me a bit more about your executive chef and just the operations.
Sure. So we actually just celebrated 9 years. 1111 Mississippi is our sister restaurant. They have been open for almost 12 years now. So we opened 3 years after they did and just celebrate the 9th year in June. So we're really excited. Obviously everyone knows us for our rooftop. We really want guests to kind of learn us all year round. We've got a great inside dining area that we use. They'll be seeing it the night of the chef's tasting dinner. And yeah, our executive chef is Ryan Bittner. He's been with us for 3 years now. So he's got a really nice voice that he's put into the menu itself, which changes seasonally, and he's always coming up with new and exciting menu options for us.
And I feel like kind of the thing with locally owned restaurants, especially, well, all restaurants, but locally owned, is really focusing on sourcing locally as well. Is that something that...
We definitely try to source as much locally as we possibly can. We use the Troutdale Farms. We use Bob's Seafood. We're also very unique in a way that we have a quarter-acre garden, urban garden, in our employee parking lot as well. So Paul and Wendy have put the garden in themselves, and every summer we try and get as much of our produce from that garden as we possibly can. Last year, all of our tomatoes from Vin de Set came from the garden, all of our peppers, all of our greens. So as much as we can get out there and get it, we can, and as much as we grow, we use. The people tending to the garden are ourselves, our chefs, Paul, Wendy. We're all out there tending to the garden as well.
That's incredibly impressive if all your tomatoes came from your tomatoes and peppers, because I know you guys must go through them.
It was crazy.
Quite a bit, but that's really wonderful. Tell me about, too, your wine list, because obviously we were talking about French wines in the first part of the segment, but tell me a bit more about the wine list.
So Scott Gagan is our wine director. He's really good with coming up with the New World and Old World style for the French wine list. And then he throws in the American wines, the Californias, the Oregons, and then there's some few surprises in there, some South Africans, a couple of Australians, you know, those nice Malbecs from Spain, things like that. But he really likes to play with the Old World, New World style.
And when you say Old World, New World, explain that.
Traditional French wines that you're going to see, those Cabernets, those, you know, dark tanniny wines, and then you come up with the New World ones like the Marcelons, which are kind of a breed of red, and a couple of different grapes. They're a breed of the Cabernet and the Grenache grapes. So those are kind of things that he plays with.
And so we were talking before about sometimes what seems like maybe an intimidation of sort of French cuisine or wine. But I mean, I feel that people can probably, with Vin de Set, I know when I've been, you can get the wine list explained to you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, just ask your server. We try and get them as educated as possible about what they're selling, whether it's the food or the wine itself. We want them to know what they're giving our guests.
And any menu highlights? What are some of the favorites on the restaurant menu?
Our summer list, I definitely say the Chilean sea bass is a must. It's really fresh. It's really inviting. The bouillabaisse is always on the menu. That's one of the favorites. And then we've got a great filet on there right now as well.
Okay, so those are some of the favorites. And then why don't you recap for us again what's going to happen next week in celebration of Bastille Day?
So Tuesday the 14th, we're having our 5-course chef's tasting dinner. It's a 6 p.m. seating. Then Wednesday we'll be doing our cheese and wine tasting. Thursday we are offering our fresh fish market, just amped up a lot. And then Friday
with the French twist.
With the French twist. And then Friday we are going to be offering half-price French wines for our guests.
Half price for the bottles?
Bottles.
Yes. Half price bottles and glass.
Yes, so you get a whole bottle.
Well, it's all in celebration of Bastille Day, which is going to be extended into Bastille Week. So it's right there on your screen, Bastille Week Celebration, July 14th through 17th at Vin de Set Rooftop Bar and Bistro right off Chouteau. And you can go to their website for more information or call the number right there, 314-241-8989, or email Danielle about reservations or any questions that you might have. Perfect. All right, so what do you say? Happy Bastille Day? I wish my French were. I wish I knew something I could say in French.
I'm horrible.
But happy Bastille Day, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, when we return on STL Live, we'll chat with Greg and Priscilla Hunt from Better Marriages. We'll be right back after this break.